up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Sports to the Wire. For those of you who are actually new to the show, like, comment, subscribe. Let's get that out of the way first. I am Rashid White, my boy Beric Burrell, my co-host over there.
What's going on, guys?
Analyst extraordinaire.
It's been questions about my so-called expertise, but go ahead.
Yeah.
What we got going on?
Yes. All right. So today's show is going to be about the NBA ratings, and Curry's hot streak is actually boosting the NBA.
Yep.
And you would think that it should be Giannis or Kevin Durant or LeBron James. Nope, It's not him. It's actually Steph Curry. And we're going to get into this article here. It actually comes from sportsmediawatch.com. And it says the Warriors Celtics averaged a 1.4 ratings, and that gives 2.49 million viewers on ABC's NBA Saturday primetime game over the weekend. So this is the highest rated and the most watched NBA telecast outside of the All-Star game. That's the Nets Warriors back this year, as a matter of fact, which it was about 2.56 million people there. So we started to see a real uptick in the actual ratings there, which is probably good. And I'm not saying that Curry actually fueling this, but I think the NBA actually allowing physical play to actually come back into the mix. They're not calling as many fouls. Was definitely going to hit a lot of people who are into the old school type of basketball.
Absolutely. Hey, that's a good point because you look at guys like Trae Young and even Harden, guys like that will sort of relied in their game to a small degree predicated around the officials giving them calls, but that's been taken out the game now. Some guys got to really go a little more extra yard in a sense to get their points. But Steph Curry, that brings us to Steph Curry. He's been getting to his spots. He's been, lunging these shots. He's shooting well over 60%. Good Lord, man. At this point now, Steph Curry in my book, I've always sat back and watched the Larry Birds of the world, and I watched the Ray Allens and even Del Curry, his father. I watched them ball, and Reggie Miller. Let's not forget the great Reggie Miller. We've seen some pure lockdown, sharp shooting jump shooters. Steph is no doubt the greatest jump shooter now at this point in time. And to do what he's been doing, and he played 63 games last year, and he's playing all his games this year. He's been relatively healthy. He's averaging 29.5 points a game. The Warriors are 13-2. And no one thought they were going to be 13-2. We figured they'd be borderline 500. They're still waiting on Clay. They're still waiting on Wiseman. They're doing it without Clay. They're doing it without Wiseman. And Draymond Green's been helping. But the more important thing is Steph is the one getting most of the attention because Steph is most responsible for the production. And he's most responsible for the ratings going high. Can we dare say that Steph Curry might be in the position where he's carrying the NBA this year and not Kev or not LeBron or even Giannis? Is it possible?
Most people out there hooping can actually relate more to Steph Curry. And I watch a lot of these basketball YouTube channels like Devontae Friga. I think Tristan Jazz is another one. But there's a lot of guys pulling. They can relate to that. You can't relate to a 7-footer as gifted as Kevin Durant or LeBron and these guys in a sense though. But we'll see. There's the NBA has been doing a damn good job of actually keeping the politics out of the game for the most part, except for the whole vaccine nonsense with that's still
gonna be a part of the game, no matter what happens. It's gonna still be a part of the game. But I'm glad we're getting away from it. You're right.
The whole vaccine nonsense, which is pissing off a lot of conservatives, and that was a large part of the audience, I believe, in a sense too. A good chunk of it. And as long as they keep pushing the mandates, then that's going to be because that's somewhat political too. In a sense though.
Everything's political.
Yeah.
Everything's political now. We can't do anything.
But LeBron, he's gotten himself into a little trouble with the whole Rittenhouse thing. But for the most part, they've been keeping themselves out of politics and not being political. And we see a small uptick, and we saw the ratings last year and into this year. It was about 600,000, 500,000.
It's better this year. It's better this year.
So it's actually starting to get a little bit better.
Yeah.
And we should certainly see. And hopefully the physical play, they allow this. I like it. You know, they're not calling a foul every single.
That's all I've been asking for. You and I have talked many times about it, yo. And I mean, I understand the hand checking ain't there no more, but listen, we've got to get back to playing some level of basketball where the referees aren't playing 40 to 45% of the outcome. We got to get back to basketball.
I get kind of aggravated with that. Listen, a little touch foul, that's that, you know, and the players dribbling or whatever, man. Come on.
Yeah.
If you really get fouled and it really affects the shot in a sense, though, then call it. But like I've been seeing like the last 8-9 years watching the NBA, a lot of the calls has been really frustrating me. It's not just James Harden, it's not just Trae Young, you know, but it's a good, you know, LeBron TV trying to manipulate the refs too into making calls in his favor.
Yeah,
so
the flopping has to go. The flopping has to go. I mean, all of it, man. Yeah. But I mean, the bottom line is, man, I'm happy for the Warriors in two ways. I just want to make sure I get to this real quick before we move on. Is because when Kevin left and Steph, you know, in 2019, he only played 5 games. That's why I really made the comment earlier about him playing a full season last year and him being available this year and playing at the level he's playing. You know, most of the pundits out there felt like the Warriors were done. Clay was missing 2 years consecutively until two major surgeries he had, both on the knee. And you're figuring, okay, I think the Warriors are done, but look what they're doing now. This is not something we felt was going to happen. We didn't feel like Clay was, Steph was going to play the level he's playing. This is where we are now. And it's a breath of fresh air in a sense, considering what we thought the Warriors were and things of that nature.
Caution everybody, listen, it's still early in the season. Steph right now has fresh legs, but he gets deep into the playoffs. And, you know, he's not going to have those legs to make those type of shots, man. You know, he gets himself in a lot of trouble like that. It's the same thing with Dame Lillard. I mean, he could make them shots from 30, 35, man, but when it comes into the fourth quarter and now they're coming at you now on offense, you know, and that's going to be the problem. They're going to keep attacking Steph. He has to play some defense, and he's not going to have the legs to pull up like that. You know, he needs to, you know, shot selection is going to be really everything. And we seen it last year during the playing game. He just I don't know what the hell he was doing, and over dribbling, getting double teamed, holding the ball too long, not passing it. And this is why I don't put Steph Curry up there, because I've seen him, you know, in the fourth quarter just fall the pieces in a sense, though.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens, bro. We'll see all that. Yeah, we'll see all that happen. Right now, we're looking at it, man. Right now, 2013, 2012, you know, he played his most minutes at 36 minutes plus. In 2012, 38 minutes. Right now, he's pretty much up there at 34 minutes played. So, you know, right now, as you mentioned, I hear what you're saying. Right now, his legs are fresh, and the Warriors are doing their thing. And maybe this is a good thing in one major issue, because they get a good start, they get a good jump. Yeah. And hopefully see what happens the remainder of the season. Hopefully they remain healthy. Hopefully Clay comes back, Wiseman comes back. And with them doing what they're doing now, they're 13-2, have the overall best record in the NBA. Hey, man, we shall see. Sky's the limit for these boys.
NBA is a marathon, man. I mean, you know, you do a 25-mile marathon, you ain't gonna just try to run out the gates for 5 miles and then try to get a head start in front of everybody. You know, 10 miles in, 12 miles in out of the 25, you're gonna be dog tired, man. So just you know, hopefully, and you see how Brooklyn's pacing themselves. The Lakers are actually pacing themselves. We've seen this with the 73-win Golden State Warriors team. They went all out trying to actually, you know, get that record, and they couldn't win a championship. You know, they were burnt out. You could tell. All right, so we'll wrap this video up. And if you like the video, please like, comment, subscribe. Certainly share this video. When you share, the universe certainly shares back with you. Peace.
Peace, guys.